Hello, everybody. I hope you all are having a good day, a good evening. I appreciate everyone who has come by this stream. I'm still not at a very high level of energy. It's kind of hard to be right now. Uh, but once again, I didn't want to let time go by without doing something. So first of all, hello Alpha Proto, Nick Gamer, and Sin, CYN. You must be new. I don't recognize the name, but welcome. Happy to have you here. Happy to have you all here. For those who do not know, who might not have heard, I hate having to announce this again, but hey, not everyone's gonna hear. Yesterday, at my mom's doctor's appointment, she was diagnosed with breast cancer. And, that just makes your mind jump to a whole lot of places, but it makes your heart sink to your feet, first of all. And afterward, I had to, of course, inform my family. And then I told some close friends, and then I made a post on social media about what's going on. I didn't make a post on YouTube, like the YouTube community page. Not too many people read that anyway, so... but I will. I guess I could go ahead and post that tonight. So that's why I'm not in the highest of spirits, but I wanted to do a stream anyway because it's been a bit since I've done a Blender live stream, and no matter how I'm feeling, my mind, the creative part of my mind, is always like, "Hey, you got to do something. You can't just sit around all day." Hold on, I got a message on one of the Discord groups that I'm in. Sorry. So I decided I would do another stream where I would learn more lessons in Blender 3D. It's a skill that I'm trying to learn so I can make new animated videos. I still have a lot of plans, and as long as I'm around, my mind is always going to be in a creative headspace, even when I'm not feeling the best. So that's why today's stream is titled Hanging in There, because that's all I can do right now. Just trying to do the best that I can and taking things a day at a time. I do feel a little better mentally. Most of the day, though, I wasn't in a good headspace. But my mom and I, we talked about a lot of things, and we both felt a little better afterwards, discussing, how we both feel about the situation. I mean, she's the one who has to live with it, but, as her caregiver and as her son, if her problems are my problems, so, we're both going through this together. And I got to keep going. That's just how it is. Though the world does seem to kind of stop when things like this happen, when you get devastating news like this. But yeah, I have to keep going. I have to keep trying. And so I will. Also, okay. I was getting a little confused for a second. I thought my OBS was saying I wasn't online, but I am. It's just not recording. That's what's going on. Not seeing a light for that, so that confused me for a second. But I'm okay. I'm alright. I swear, I'm alright. So let's take things over to the other screen. This screen over here. All right, good. It's already set to screen record or screen display. I'm going to put on some music, and we're going to see what we're going to learn today. I haven't even looked at Blender, or not Blender. I haven't looked at Udemy. I haven't looked there. So, oh, hey, Dragon and Dogma. Welcome. Dragon's Dogma. Good evening, Trapp and chat. How are you doing today? And Dogma says, Lord Trapp, good to see and hear you, my friend. Yes, thank you. Thank you, guys. I was actually about to post a message in Dom's Discord. What just happened? Oh, Dom resubbed. Thank you. Hold on, let me read your resub message. The big 50-5-0 and an infinite amount of love and support for your mom and you, my friend. Extra thick love. Thank you. Thank you, Dom. Yeah, I was just about to post in your server that I'm doing a stream. So I guess I'll post that message. If anyone wants to come by, I'm doing a Blender 3D learning stream. And the link... No, not... clicked off the stream. Okay, clicked back on the stream. There we go. I swear to God, I know what I'm doing. Sometimes. Trapp, could you post a full image of... well, after my stream is over. There we go. Okay, responding to the Discord message that I'm in. All right. Dom is laughing and saying, hey, Dogma. Dogma says, hiya, Dom, you handsome fella. And Dom says, hi, Dragon. How was your day at home, Dogma? Did you manage to keep cool? And Dragon is saying hello to Dogma and Dom. And Dogma says, so far, so good, Dom, thankfully. And Dom says, glad to hear that, Dogma, with hype emotes. Yes, very hype. Very much so hype. Okay, let's put on some music. Sadly, it's not cow-themed. I wish it was. Alright, gotta put that on. Provide music provided by Chill Hop. And let's chill. This first track is called 7-Eleven for some reason. Oh, wait, hold on. You guys can't hear it? Ah. There we go. Now you guys should be able to hear the music. Barely. Track starts out a bit low. Let me turn it up a bit in the music player. Dogma says it was 104 degrees. Dear God. I think here it only got into the 90s. The music. Yes. Oh my God. You know what? I'm sorry. Before we even get into doing Blender, I have to tell you guys a very, very stupid story. I'm sorry. Hold on. Hold on. We got to go back to the void. I have to turn off the music. I'm so sorry. It just, this reoccurred to me. Okay. So, today, I had to go to the pharmacy to pick up some medicines for my mom and myself. As I'm heading out the door, my older brother says, hey, can you put some gas in the car while you're out there? And so I say, yeah, sure. You know, he's letting me use his car, so it's only right that I can put some gas in it. Plus, he gave me gas money. So I go to the gas station and I try to park there and I try to, get next to one of the gas pumps, and someone tells me that, hey, the pump's not working. So I go to a different pump. I go to the gas station employee and they say, yeah, sorry, about like half of the gas pumps aren't working today. Like they're all down. So you got to come around to like the front row gas pumps. And it's crazy traffic around the time that I'm at. So it's like 4 p.m., which was, well, 4.5 hours ago for me. And I'm looking at everything that's happening and how crazy the traffic is. So I'm just like, you know what? Screw this. I'm going to go get the medicine for my mom and I'll go to a different gas station before I go home. So I'm going to go, I go to the drive-through for the pharmacy, and there's like 5 or 6 cars ahead of me. And I'm just like, you know what? Screw this. I'm just going to walk inside. It'll probably be faster that way. So I walk inside the store. It's a Walgreens. And there's only like 2 people standing in line. This is the part where the story gets stupid. So I go to where, you're supposed to stand in line, and there's an open window and there's a worker, this lady who looks at me and she says, I can help you over here, sir. So I'm like, all right, cool. I walk over there and I start to say, I'm here to pick up some medicines for myself and my mother. And just as I'm about to give like my information, like date of birth, this old black lady, it's okay, I can say this because I'm black too. This old black lady says to me, oh, hey, Gillian, welcome. She's looking like dead at me. She's like, oh, you got to go right up to the front of the line. I was standing right here and, no one called on me. So the worker behind the desk and all that, looks over at the lady and she says, ma'am, I'm sorry. I didn't see you there. I'll call on you once I'm done helping this gentleman. But I say to the old lady, would you like to go ahead of me in line? And this old lady gives me like the most meanest evil stare. And she says, no, I'll just wait here. And then she starts going off again about, I was standing here for like 20 minutes and no one called on me. And so I say again, ma'am, you can go ahead of me if you would like. And she looks at me again and says, no, I'll just wait here in line. And I just turn away like, this is the stupidest shit I have seen today. Like, yeah, exactly, Mr. Proto. She just wanted to be angry and complain. 2 times. I offered her 2 times. You can go ahead of me in line. You can take care of, whatever business you need to take care of. But no. I just want to stand here and so after that, I get my medicines and I'm walking out the door, and the same lady is still in the store and she's buying something at one of the cash registers, and she gives me another angry, evil stare. I'm like, what the hell did I do? I just walked into the store to get some medicines. I didn't do anything. Oh my God. So, yeah, I left the Walgreens after that, and then I went to an AM PM gas station to get some gas for my brother's car. Some homeless people asked me if I had any spare change, which I didn't have any. All the money that I had in my pocket was going to the gas station. Plus, I don't carry spare change anyway. And yeah, that was my fun-filled adventure in getting medicines and putting some gas in the car. Change! You got change! I know, right? But it was two people, Gillian. It was a man and a woman, and they were both cursing each other out over what they were picking through in the trash. And you know what? I felt bad for them. My heart goes out to, you know, people who have to do stuff like that to survive. But yeah, I was in no position to help anyone. All right, let me read you guys' comments. I'm sorry. I had to tell that story before I could get into what I was planning on doing today. So, Dogma says, wow, we haven't reached those temps yet. Only got to 102 so far. And then Gillian came in. Uh-oh, Walgreens. Bet it got robbed. Well, not that time. And then there's Alpha Proto with the worried expression. There's Tate. There's Alpha Proto with the annoyed expression and saying she just wanted to complain. Tate rightly saying some people are like that. Dragon, some people are just miserable and want other people to be miserable too. Yep. Dom saying, and the fact she sounded like Roz from Monster. Yep. What are you boys doing? It was kind of like that. It was a little off, but it was kind of like that. Mr. Proto, why won't you let me be angry and complain? Tate says, resting bitch face. Yeah, well, no, it was actually a little worse than that, because it was like, you know, resting bitch face is, you know, obviously when someone is just, you know, just so annoyed and done with everything in life. But this lady looked like I stepped on like her glasses or something, and I didn't do that. Gillian says, and that's the story of how Trapp got charged with aggravated assault. Oh, I just would have started running away. It'd been like, help! Some old lady's trying to hit me! She's trying to bite me too! Dogma says, some people just hate the world and hate being alive, apparently. Probably. Alpha Proto, she had a big angry speech ready, but you had to go and ruin it by offering your spot to her. Yeah, I hate conflict. I don't seek conflict. I don't try to mess with people, you know, unless they like get in my face or anything, and I'm just like, no, can we please just wrap this up? Please? Hey, Death Angels, welcome. How you doing? Gillian says, today it was 109 with the humidity. Oh, God, yeah, the humidity makes it so much worse. Honestly, it's probably worse than SoCal. No, it is. I've been in humid heat before. When I went to Michigan in 1996 and then again in 2002, I experienced humid heat and I hate it. I infinitely prefer the dry heat of California to the, you know, the humid soup can, you know, style heat. My heart goes out to all of you guys who have to live with that. Let's see. Dragon says, how are you not dead? Lord Gillian. Trapp says, no, I'm Trapp. Gillian says, Mr. Trapp, you didn't file your paperwork. Gillian says that Dragon had to stay in the AC most of the day. Even the dogs only got a 20-minute walk, and I was soaked afterwards. Death Angel says, just wanted to drop in and say hi, give you a like. Appreciate it. Dom says, AC, you guys don't know how lucky you are. Yeah, man. My friend Sean, he had been without electricity for like a couple of days, so he got to experience life like a true Brit. Just humid heat, no air conditioning. So, yeah, I'm sorry. Michigan gets humid? Yes, both of the times that I was there, it got very humid. And that was the first time I really experienced it because I've lived most of my life in Southern California. And every time I went to see my mom's side of the family in Grand Rapids, Michigan, it was in the summer, and those days got humid. I did not like being outside in those days. Alpha Proto says, yeah, I don't like humidity. I don't mind being hot that much, but I hate getting sweaty. Gillian says, below 0 in winter, over 100 in the summer. Wow. Death Angel says, having grown up in Florida and lived in Las Vegas for a bit, I can confirm dry heat is better. Yes. Yep. With the dry heat, it's like a laser beam is just on you all the time and your eyes start to burn. But with the humid heat, yeah, you're just hot and sweaty all the time and it's gross and just, oh, no, thank you. I will happily visit other places around the world that have humid heat, but living there, no. And Death Angel says, though 120 degrees Fahrenheit is hot no matter what the humidity is. Oh yeah, that's eye-burning temperature right there, and oh god, I hate it. 75 degrees Fahrenheit. That's the sweet spot. Alright, hold on guys. I will be right back. Thank you for listening to my dumb story about stupid people who don't want to solve their problems. They just want to complain. I will be right back. I guess I can put the music back on while you're waiting. Where's that be right back button? There it is. Okay, I'm back. Which screen is it again? Ah, that's it. There's the screen. Okay, so we got the splash screen for Blender 3D with a cat and water, which this would never happen. Cats hate water, right? What are you guys saying in chat? Random says, I don't miss living in the Mojave. Ah, yes. Dom says it sucks. We just don't have the infrastructure in place for this increasingly hot weather. You guys need to come over here in the summer and you'll see just how different it is. I was reading a post from an American streamer who's over here currently, and she was saying how it's so much more oppressive and uncomfortable in our heat compared to what you guys have over there. UK summer heat just hits different. No doubt, man. No doubt. And I'm sorry you gotta go through that. I know, Dom, like, you buy stuff like fans and things, but it's just it just doesn't have the same effect as, like, you know, being able to have like an AC. Do you have like one of those like air conditioning units that you can like plug in, like one of those portable ones? I know those are kind of expensive. Dogma says sometimes in Iraq the generators would die in the middle of the day and the AC would go out. Life was unbearably miserable then too. Yeah, no doubt. I know you've mentioned a little bit of your days in the armed forces over there, Dogma. So you know what? I'm just glad you came back in one piece. Or maybe you're a cyborg. I don't know. Dogma, are you a cyborg? The world must know. Of course, I joke. Dragon says, sounds like a fun place to live, Gillian. We get to only around 0 here in the winter, with the occasional below 0. Dom says, right, especially when our homes are built to lock in the heat and turn into ovens. Yeah. And Dom says, and nope, I don't have anything like that. They can be purchased, but they're not cheap. You know what, Dom? You should make that. And I'm actually kind of being a little bit serious here. You should make that like a goal on your throne wish list to have one of those purchased. I know that would probably make your electric bill a bit more expensive, but you know, it's something I bet everyone would pitch in for. Tate says, cyborgs are no joking matter, Trapp. Tate, are you a cyborg? Now I want to know. Is everyone in this chat a cyborg? I want to know what your superpowers are and what you can do. And then pass a mutant registration act. We're going to turn this into X-Men. I wish I was a cyborg, Tate. I would get a new spine! You think I would be stuck here sitting in this chair all day if I could get a new cybernetic spine? Man. Dogma says, physically one piece, not a cyborg, but I did get my legs surgically rebuilt, though. Okay, I guess that's bionics then, you know? It kinda counts. You're like... You're only 1% cyborg. You are the Diet Coke of cyborg. Not cyborg enough. I'm quoting Dr. Evil. I'm sorry, Dogma. Dogma is secretly the $6 million man. He's the $1,000 man? Yeah, only $1,000 instead of $6 million. He's like the, you know, that kind of sound effect when he's jumping, but he only jumps like 2 inches off the ground. Tate says that would be pretty sweet. Death Angel says, okay, not sure if the classic Battlestar Galactica reference. Oh yeah, but the By Your Command. I'm sorry, Death Angels. I've only seen like the reboot series and like not even all the way. I know I should watch the classic Battlestar Galactica series as well. Death Angel says, hey, I'm a thousandaire. Well, on paydays anyway. There you go. You can live like a king for like a minute and then you gotta pay bills. And then all the money's gone. Well, here comes a line I've become intimately familiar with. Wow, Trapp, I'm disappointed in you. I just disappoint everybody. I disappoint everybody. No matter what, I just can't win. Gillian told me to turn in my geek cart the other day because I didn't remember or didn't know a line from Transformers the movie. Dom is disappointed in me. I guess the question is, who will I disappoint next? Find out today on Dragon Ball Z. Let's see. Death Angel says, yep, just paid the mortgage. Had $30 in the bank after. That's how it is, right? You get your paycheck, you know, however it is, and you're like, I'm rich! And then you gotta pay the bills, pay the mortgage, whatever, and then it's just like, I'm poor. Let's see. Dom says, it's got Face from the A-Team in it, man. Oh, Battlestar Galactica. I've only seen a little bit of the A-Team. Dom, remember, I was born in like 1985, so I'm more of a 90s kid than an 80s kid. I respect the 80s. I love it. I was born in the 80s, but I don't recall that much of the 80s. Like, my long-term memory starts kicking in, like, maybe in 1989 or so. Because that's when I remember playing Super Mario Bros. 2 on the NES. So, yeah. I didn't see everything you guys saw! I'm sorry! Which one's the crying emote? Nope, not that one. Not that one. Not that one. That one! There we go. I'm sorry! Wait, you guys can't see me crying. Hold on, let me move this over. There we go. I'm sorry! Dogma says, I hate Bill's worst part of still being alive, that and having to buy food and go to a job. Yeah. You know, as rough as it is right now taking care of my mom, I know you guys out there have got it very rough too, especially when you gotta go to your jobs and you gotta, you know, you gotta clock in, you gotta do all that kind of stuff day after day, week after week. So I know I'm lucky to be able to work at home, and I try not to take my blessings for granted. So my hat, if I was wearing one, is off to you guys. Dom says, by now you're used to it from me, but that doesn't mean I love you any less, Chocolate Bear. Aww. I don't have like a heart emote. I need to get one. I'll have to get one from Dexter one of these days. All I've got is the new twerking emote. Have you guys all seen that? Oh, where's my stream? Where's my Twitch stream? There we go. There's my twerking emote. That's all I've got. My butt cheeks are my hearts. Let's see. Death Angel says to Dom, Starbuck. Dom says, hell yeah, Death Angels. Tate says, well, the only person you should be worried about disappointing is yourself. Oh, well, I do that every day. I look in the mirror. Death Angel says, well, to be fair, Battlestar Galactica came out in the 70s. A-Team was in the 80s. Dom says, that is not an excuse. You can still watch, listen, play things from before your era. But my comfort zone! I like my comfort! I like my comfort food, which is Godzilla, Star Wars, and Sonic. Oh, and King Kong. And Gamera. And Beast Wars Transformers. And Superman. And Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And X-Men. And what else? I'm just looking at toys on my shelf. Oh, and Mario. Oh, thanks for the 5 bits there, Dragon. Thank you so much. Hold on, I gotta see what that emote is. Hold on. TP Foo Fun? Whose emote is that? I've seen it before, but I don't recognize it off the top of my head. Can't forget Mario. Nope. Let's go. Oh, I should probably let you guys know something. I haven't told this to too many other people. Hold on, let me stop the music again. I guess this is a just chatting stream, but I'll do some Blender. So, today, actually wait, let me finish reading chat and then I'll tell you guys what happened, okay? Dom says, I was not old enough to have seen Battlestar Galactica in its original run either. I watched reruns years later. Well, in the words of Christian Bale, oh, good for you! No, but that's great. I need to do that too at some point. Alpha Proto says, he hates bills. Some of my best friends are bills. Like dollar bills? Death Angel says, just wait till you hit your 50s. I have to go have a procedure on Friday because apparently I'm old now. Well, I'm going to be 40 in 6 months from now. Well, yeah, 6 months. Subtract 2 days. So, December 22nd, I will be 40. 40. All right, there's my emotes. Dom says, Alpha Proto, I always worry about bill posters. Always see things up saying he'll be prosecuted for some reason. Guy must have done some bad stuff. I feel like there's some context here that I'm missing, but I'm tired and yeah. Oh, hold on a sec, guys. Mark just got something from me a little while ago, and I didn't read his message on Discord. Hold on, just give me a sec. I still have to make my little announcement. So I've been buying this isn't the announcement, by the way. I've been buying some friends' copies of Star Wars Battlefront 2 2017. The game no longer has microtransactions. It is a fantastic, Battlefront game where you gotta take command post and blow up the opponent's ships, and it's so much fun. And there's a lot of attention right now trying to convince Disney, I guess most of all, to have a Battlefront 3 game created. And a lot of old Battlefront 2 developers have been saying that, you know, they would love to see that happen. They would love to be on the project. So people are trying to do their part and play Battlefront 2. And right now the game is on sale on Steam for $4. So I have been buying copies of that for friends. I wish the game was cross-play with like PlayStation and Xbox, but it's not. So if you guys ever want to play Battlefront 2 with me, you'll have to get it on Steam. So yeah, it's $4. $4 bills. Dom, do you have a Steam account? By the way. Okay. Let's see. Death Angel says, Doc, well, you won't have to get it done again for another 10 years. I told him I'll see you in 10 years then. He wasn't amused. Ha! Tate says, can't forget Mario. Death Angel says, I have the Battlestar Galactica, the movie on Blu-ray, and the classic BSG series DVD box set. Well, I guess I'll have to check that out. Why do I feel compelled to sing the announcement song now? I don't know. Do it, man. Don't let me stop you. Dom says, lol, maybe it's not a thing over there. So the unauthorized posters people stick up in streets and on bus stops, etc., are known as, bill posters. And many places will have a sign up to determine them. The sign reads, bill posters will be prosecuted, and I've always made the joke about wondering what Bill did. Yeah, people stick up like signs and posters and things all the time. It's usually for like yard sales and things like that. Maybe not exactly the same thing, but it's just kind of what I've seen. Dom says, I do have Steam. I need to get back on it, though, as I haven't used it in a long time. Long time. Not even sure if I remember the login. Well, try to find out within the next 38 hours, and I will get you a copy of Battlefront 2, because it's $4 right now. I would love to squad up with you and Mark and Wyfin and anyone else who wants to join. And that could be another game we could add into... well, it's not exactly a rotation of games, but we can add it into the mix. There we go. And Death Angels is singing the announcement song. Okay, now for the announcement that I actually said I was going to announce. So, Nintendo finally... No, it's not crossplay. Sorry, Dom. I wish it was, but it's not. Nintendo finally sent me an email today saying, hey, we're sending out our invitation to you to get a Nintendo Switch 2. So if you'd like to order one today, you can get one, but you've only got 24 hours to do it. So I said, all right, fine. Let me see how much this is going to cost. So I had asked to get the Switch 2 Mario Kart World bundle for $499. And then I looked into getting a memory card and then a Pro Controller. Yeah, I wish Nintendo offered me a partnership. No, this is just a very long-winded way of me saying that I ordered a Switch 2. And I should get it sometime within the next 3 to 5 business days. So, anytime between this weekend and next weekend, I suppose. But I was waiting for Nintendo to send me that, like, back when the pre-orders for the Switch 2 were going out. And they didn't. And the launch of the system came and went. I was like, well, I guess that got lost in the mail. So, there's that. Dom says, woo! You will have one whole game to enjoy for the next 6 months. How much are Switch 2s? They're $500. If you want the bundle with Mario Kart World. If you don't get the bundle with Mario Kart World, then you have to pay $80 for the game. So you're essentially just getting a box or a little like handheld machine for $500. And yeah, yeah, I know. And people complained, and they said they would never buy it, and then people did, and, like, it sold in record amounts. People are full of shit. That's just how it is. They don't stick to. I never said I wasn't gonna buy it. I just said it would probably be a while before I would get one because I thought my reserve thing was just never going to happen. But then it did today, so I'm just like, okay, I guess I'll do that. I'm making payments though. I'm using the service called Klarna. I'm using that, and I'm making payments on my Switch 2 for the next year. Because I'm trying to save up for a car, you know. Car fund. Donate, please. No, but, you know, no one has to. It's just there if people want to. But, you know, I figured, okay, well, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it so I make payments so it's not going to, like, break me every month, and then I can still save up for the car down payment. So there's that. Okay, did I miss anything? Did I miss anything in the chat? Okay, no. All right, Dom says, jokes aside, you will have a blast with Mario Kart World. It certainly has a ton of great content. Yeah, I'm eager to check it out. Very much so. And I'll probably do a stream on it when I get the Switch 2 and just, you know, give my honest thoughts and opinions on it. Alpha Proto says, I'm in no rush for a Switch 2, but I hardly play video games nowadays. We still got to play some fighting games, my brother. We still got to do that. I thought we were going to play like some Street Fighter or Tekken 8 one of these days. I even brought an arcade fight stick to play those games. But, you know, because of all the stuff that's been going on with my mom lately, I just haven't really felt in the mood. The only game I've wanted to play lately is Stellar Blade. For a couple of reasons. Couple of reasons. You see what I did there? Death Angel says, yes, they are. Tate says, I can't afford one right now anyway. Maybe by the time I can, the price will have come down a bit. Maybe, but Nintendo's not known for dropping prices too much. Maybe when there's like Black Friday or it's Christmas, then they might drop the price. But we'll see. Dom says Switch 2 hasn't justified itself to me yet. Once they start releasing some killer titles, then maybe my stance will change. Or if the new FromSoft game does end up being a Switch 2 exclusive, then I'll have no choice. Yeah, you know what? I would keep a lookout on that one. Maybe it's going to be a timed exclusive where first it launches on the Switch 2, and then like a year later, like what happened with Stellar Blade or Final Fantasy Remake, Rebirth, it launches on like Steam and goes from there. We'll see. Alpha Proto says, yeah, I need to find time for stuff. Dom says, I love my phone. It's so used to me using that number. It just auto-corrected to it. Ha! Yep. It's like how a lot of people nowadays, whenever they say, it's a trap, some of them add in productions mentally. 'Cause I'm in their brain! Ha 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 ha. Death Angel says, maybe if they were $250 or $300, but $500 for something without a Blu-ray player? Nah, no, I completely get you on that. I'm only buying it right now to like play games with my family because my older brother and sister-in-law have a Switch 2. I think my second oldest brother has a Switch 2 as well. So, you know, we like to play Mario Kart together. Death Angel says, I used to call my PS3 and PS4 my Sony Blu-ray player that also plays games. I think that's why a lot of people bought those, too. It's like when the PlayStation 2 was a DVD player. The first Xbox was a DVD player as well, if I recall correctly. Dom says, that's what I was thinking, that it may be a timed exclusive. I think it will be. I think FromSoft wants to release its games to as many people as possible. So, yeah. Yep. So, yeah, that's my little announcement. I bought a Switch 2 today, and I'll let you guys know when I get it. I'm also doing some other stuff. I'm trying to film a funny comedy series using my plushies. I have a person who's helping me with like green screen effects, but they said I needed a different screen because when they tried keying out the green screen, the characters were being keyed out with it, which unfortunately one of the characters is Luigi, and he's green and blue, so using a green or a blue screen doesn't work. So I have to buy a different screen and try and get that done. Funny enough, Tails wasn't working either with the green screen effects. So, I don't know what that was about. I mean, he's brown. Where is Tails? Oh, actually, no. He's yellow. Brown was his original color back in the 90s. Oh. All right. Wow, it's already almost been an hour. Might be color bounce from being too close to the... Yeah, that was another problem, is they were too close to the screen, and I didn't light it correctly. So I'm also buying a lighting system to help with that. I need to buy a new surge protector as well, so everything doesn't get, like, overblown. So, I'll make an announcement on itsatrapproductions.com when everything's all set and I start to film stuff. So make sure to bookmark my website. It's a trapproductions.com. There you go. And yep, there's the links if anyone wants to help out with the car down payment thingamajig. Alright, let's turn the music back on. Sounds like you're producing a one-man puppet show. Exactly! It's called Plushie Theater, and I'm spelling it theater like the Brits do. So Dom, I hope you're proud of me. Yep, it will be titled Plushie Theater. Jolly good show, old chap. Precisely. Indubitably. Watson. No, I would definitely be Watson. I'd be Black Watson. I'd be Blotson. They call me DEI Watson. Oh, jeez. But yeah, I'm actually producing a couple of shows like that. So Plushie Theater is one. And I'm also doing another one, but that one's going to star my action figures. I'm not collecting these toys just for my own personal display and collection. I plan on putting them to use. So, be on the lookout for that stuff, and I will make more official announcements in the future, besides doing 3D animation. Death Angel says, "You're too funny now." Thanks, I try to be. If I didn't laugh, I'd cry. And nobody needs these tears. They need the funny. How's your tabletop game going? Oh, that's going great. We're going to be on again doing that this Saturday evening. So this Saturday, 5:30. There's no crying in Blender! You're right. There shall be no crying in Blender 3D unless I animate it. But yeah, the next D&D session, which is going to be session 9, I think? Yes, will be this Saturday about 5:30 p.m. Pacific. And we will see how things go. So if you wanna see how that's been going, there is a playlist on my YouTube channel. It's a Trapp Plays, and you can catch up and mustard on all of that. Let me go to that real quick. Raquel was playing Fortnite. I hope she's having fun with that. My buddy Dexter is also celebrating his 10 years of being on YouTube. I dropped by earlier to tell him he's a great dude, and I'm proud of him. Where is that D&D playlist? Did I not make one? Oh, I did. Okay, great. Okay, so the last one was session 7? Okay, that's cool. Where is the share button? Share button, where are you? I'm gonna start calling it Sharon. Sharon! Add videos, no. Oh, there's the share button. Okay, there it is. Dogma says, I'm proud of you. Aw, thank you. I wish my dad would have told me that. I'm just being silly. So anyway, there's the D&D playlist. You can catch up on the adventures over there. Okay, so the last one was session 7. This one is session 8. Okay. Now I've got it right. I think. Death Angel says, I canceled my YouTube TV account yesterday. They kept raising the price. Was nearly $100 a month. We hardly watched anything. We can't get over the air with an antenna or regular YouTube. No, I do not pay for YouTube TV. I do pay for, what is it? Like YouTube Family or whatever it is? Just so I don't have to watch ads on videos. And, yeah. That's it. Like, I don't... The only service... Oh, YouTube Premium. There we go. Yeah, that's what it is, Death Angels. I used to pay for YouTube Premium. I pay for YouTube Premium, used to be YouTube Red. Yes. So that's what it is. YouTube Premium. I have a family account. My older brother is on that account, too. And I do not regret paying for that, just like Twitch Turbo, where I don't have to watch ads anytime I want to go visit a friend's stream. I appreciate why the ads are there, but it just kind of, you know, you just want to drop in and be like, hey, but then you get an ad for, like, I don't know, Viagra or something. Who knows? Ancient One says, that's messed up. Yeah, it's annoying. And it does, you know, the money does add up. But, you know, it makes for a better viewing experience. I think the thing that finally pushed me over the edge to purchase YouTube Premium, there was an advertisement going around for some like horror movie several years ago. I think it was one of those, oh my god, what was that series called again? Was there a nun involved? I think there was an evil nun involved. Like the name is on the tip of my tongue. I can't. The Conjuring! That's what it was. Yeah. I knew there was some evil nun involved. Or I might be getting my horror movies mixed up. I don't know. I'm not really a big fan of scary movies. Evil nun? Sounds like a porno. No, you don't really see too many nuns in pornos lately. I mean, I would have no idea. No idea at all. Anyways, welcome, Ancient One. I think I said hi to you earlier. Says, Death Angel says, thought about Twitch Turbo, but the only thing I really watch on Twitch is a couple of streamers that delay their stream to YouTube or do drawings on the Twitch channel. Well, I know quite a few people on Twitch, and so that's why I decided to use Twitch Turbo. Geekdom is one of them, among the many friends that I've made being on Twitch, so... I also do paid subscriptions as well to the people that I try to support, but I can't support everyone every month, so... Twitch Turbo is the next best thing. Dom says, The Conjuring, yeah, and they did the Nun spinoffs. So, right, so I think it was that spinoff, and every time a advertisement for it would play... Like, it would start off with, like, this really high-pitched scream. So you would be going from, like, one video to the next and be like, oh, I'll check this out. And just, before you could even turn off the sound, it'd be like, ah! It would be much worse than that, though. You know, much worse than my silly scream. And so I just decided, nope! Tired of seeing this. I'm paying for YouTube Premium. I don't care. I'm sick of ads. I'm not doing this anymore. Ancient One says, hello again, Trapp, and everyone from the Twitch side of the live stream. Dogma says, hello, Ancient. Death Angel says, I do not know of this porno stuff you speak of. Indeed. Dom says, hey, Ancient One, good to see you, bud. Dom says, it's me, I'm one of them. And then there's the llamas. Death Angel says, yeah, sorry, I'm in the same boat. I sub... what I watch a lot of and apologize to the rest. Yep. Dogma says, that's why it's good not being an affiliate. I stream with no expectations and viewers don't feel obligated. It's great. You know, yeah, not everyone streams with the intent in mind to make money. Some people just want to stream because they just enjoy it. Death Angel says, but I'm always happy to throw up my can. To be sure to hit the like and subscribe. Psst, it's free. That it is. And hey, there's my throne wish list. Actually, I need to take a look at that and see if I need to update that a little bit. I don't even think we're going to get to Blender at all tonight. This might just be a just chatting stream, and I'll just change the title of it. Which I don't mind. But we'll see what happens. Alright, let's take a little look at my throne wish list. Ooh, let me log in. Take this off of the bright sun that's burning my eyes. Oh, God. Hold on a second, folks. I just haven't taken a look at my throne wish list in a while. I wanted to see if I need to update it any. What the deuce? Why is this not letting me log in? Oh, let me log in with Twitch. Maybe that's what I need to do. Hey, $2 super chat. Thank you so much. Hold on, I need to read what you said because I can't see the donation message. Here's a little something for you, though. Thank you so much, Death Angels. You demand now, dog. Let me give you a heart. I can't click the like button for some reason. That's weird. Why is this still set on bright mode? Hold on, let me see if I can fix this. Where the freak is dark mode? My eyes, the goggles, they do nothing. Account. Switch to a fan account. No. Profile. Wishlist color theme. No. Seriously? Did they turn off dark mode? The light! It burns! Voldemort is near! Alright, sorry. You guys are just gonna have to suffer through this with me. I don't know how to switch it to dark mode. Maybe I can force a dark mode? Force dark... Oh, thank God. Thank you, Opera GX. Whew! Okay. Let me take this off of display mode for a second. Alright, here we go. Can I go back to my... Hold on a second. We're not on the main page. We're on the, setup. Throne. Okay, there we go. Okay, there we go. So what do we got? We got Rocky Legends, the Xbox 360, Toho Monster Collection, Megalon. Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess I can get rid of this lighting system because I'm about to buy a new one. So, get rid of that. I might still get this microphone set up. That could be useful. Ah, there's something other than Blender. I still want the Canon Rebel camera. That could film things a lot better. Let's see. Don't have Xenoblade Chronicles 3. These are a bunch of Switch games that I don't have. Oh yeah, Alpha Proto just about halfway funded the Cowabunga collection. I appreciate that. Astral Chain, Pokemon Legends Arceus, Crash 4. So that's about it. I don't really have anything else to add, so that's my Throne wish list. Put it in chat. You guys can bookmark it. Do whatever you want. Let's see. Yeah, I need some more cameras and microphones. I bought a mixer, kind of like you bought a Switch too. Lols. There you go. So yeah, that's it. We got some Xbox stuff, Godzilla stuff, and some gaming stuff. Gaming is an expensive habit, folks. Alright, we'll take this off. We'll get rid of this splash screen. And we have our single cube. Okay, I guess we'll go over and we'll do some stuff. I've pretty much talked about everything that I need to for now. But, you know, I appreciate everyone who's reached out in support to me over these past couple of days ever since I made the announcement about my mom's medical diagnosis. Don't play games, kids! Yeah, I know, right? It's cheaper to do that than play games. You can be like Kojima and collect movies, or you can be like nerds and play and collect games and toys and things. But like I was saying, I appreciate all the support, and I thank you guys for being here and for chatting with me. You guys are great, and you've been such a great help and just chatting and talking things out over these past couple of days. And there's another great friend of mine right there. Warlord297 with his raid. It's a Warlord raid. Please don't take my stuff. I love my toys. They bring me joy. And I haven't unboxed all of them either. In fact, I need to get a new bookshelf too. But how did the rest of your game go? Welcome, Warlord Raiders, says Dom, with the hype and the twerk emote. Oh no! Air Lancer says, I need your clothes, your boots, and your motorcycle. You forgot to say please. But I know how that goes, so you can just have them. I don't want to get tossed through a window. Thank you for shouting out Warlord. Oh, that... Why did that say he's lurking? He's not lurking. I'll just do the normal shout out. I think that was a Terminator reference. That it was. Oh, Death Angel says, hey, tomorrow night at 11 p.m. Eastern, I'll be on a stream with Jason, Cam, and Sci-Fi Snob, our Babylon 5 retrospective. We're always looking for fellow nerds to join us in the tailgunner seat for an episode, you included. I feel bad because I've never watched Babylon 5, and I know! I've disappointed you. I disappoint everybody by saying, no, I haven't seen that. And I know it's a series I need to watch because it was on at the same time as Deep Space Nine and shared a few of the same writers, actually. Wait, what? Trapp, why is shout out alert? I don't know. Nothing works. Everything is awful. And I have small hands. No, actually I don't. I actually have kind of big feet, to be honest. The disappointment has increased. Me is sad now. Warlord says the stream was great. I met Air Lancer. He's really good at the game. Oh, okay. So he's a new friend. Neat. Ah, you have big hands. Ah, and what big feet you have. Yep. So what you're saying is you're a Sasquatch? I'm like a 5'10" Sasquatch, I guess. I'm not really hairy, like my belly is a little bit, but I'd be like a mini Sasquatch. Warlord says, legit, always good to meet new friends. Nice. Death Angel says, well, we're about the same height, so... But I'm sure you are hairy like animal! Warlord says, Star Wars finished installing, so I'll keep a lookout when you guys are going to play it. Cool, yeah, we'll definitely play Battlefront 2 again very soon. I gifted the game to a couple of other folks, some really great people. Wyfin already has it as well. You don't know Wyfin Spider, but for those who do know Wyfin Spider, he has the game too. And now Mark has it, so gotta get it for Dom soon. Just as soon as he remembers his Steam login, and then we can really have a squad. Dom says, Death Angels, Babylon 5 was great. Bruce... Oh my god, I'm gonna butcher this name like the devil. Boxleitner was fantastic in it, and it's a shame Crusade didn't go on for longer. Dom is using the wife and spider emotes, and then Death Angel says, we're literally going into Season 2, Episode 2, Dom, so we just got introduced to Sheridan. I have no idea who any of these characters are. I am sorry. My problem is that I got so deep into Star Wars around the time like the special editions came out. I know. The special editions were the first time I saw Star Wars on the big screen, and you know, I really enjoyed those. And then when the Phantom Menace came out, that I was just... Star Wars had me by the balls for like the next... Let's see, that was 1999. So about the next 12 years, 13 years, I just delved so deeply into it. I was playing the games. I started reading some of like the comics and stuff. And I didn't really get into much else besides like Dragon Ball Z and Gundam, so I started to get into anime. I didn't really come back and appreciate stuff like Star Trek, like 90s Star Trek for a little while. And I didn't branch out into much else. Dom says to Death Angels, for the first time, Death Angels? Wow, you got a heck of a journey ahead of you. There's some great stuff further on. I think from what I understand, Death Angels has seen Babylon 5 before. They're just like, he's organizing a rewatch party like every week. So I think he's seen it before. But I guess he'll have to explain that himself. Ooh, is Irish gonna stream tonight? Oh, he already is. Okay. I should say hi to Irish. Yeah, looks like his stream just started. So I'm gonna say a little hello to him real quick. And yeah, I don't even know if we're gonna do any Blender tonight. I know I said that already, but you know, I've just really enjoyed talking with you guys. Oh, Super's on as well. He's playing Gran Turismo. Why is everybody streaming? No, everyone is free to do what they like, I guess. And he's smoking! You're smoking! Alright, we're gonna do a streamception again. Alright, hold on. We gotta stop the music again. I'm gonna turn on the... Here we go.
Are you on Twitch?
Yes, sir, I am. Streamception time. Oh, let me bring the...
All you gotta do is meet me at the... but you are streaming! It's day 28 of Blender.
No, not bookmarks. Hide bookmarks. No one needs to see my collection.
Hello... Hello, Trapsters.
Hello, you beautiful Irish potato. I'm gonna twerk for him.
Hello, Trap and friends.
Where's my twerk? There's my twerk.
Hello, you beautiful Irish potato. I take offense to that.
Why? Oh!
It's President Potato.
President
And I'm gonna go to
Potato!
wall. No one has ever seen a wall quite as big. And fuck Iran, and fuck Palestine, and all the things they're doing that I'm not telling them to. I've been president, and fuck you all.
Thank you, President Potato. Love it.
There we go. Fuck everybody.
Hey, Hobo. How you doing? Thanks for coming over. And Irish, thank you for coming over.
Love it!
You're all beautiful. And I love you.
I did just talk in your chat.
I saw. It's a streamception.
Oh, there's Hobo. I found Hobo, too.
Streamception!
What's going on, newbie?
Alright. Hope you all have a great time. I might raid later.
Hold on.
Oh. He typed streamception in my chat too. It's so amazing what technology can do these days.
Hope you all have a great time. I might raid later. You have a wonderful stream. Thanks for jumping in.
Yeah.
Letting us all know you're streaming, my friend.
Oh, one last thing. THICC. No, that's not how you spell that. That's not how you spell blessings. THICC blessings be upon you all.
Have a wonderful stream, Trap.
All right, there we go.
THICC blessings be upon you all. Laying down my second night in Alabama. Sweet! home, Alabama.
Ah, I love that Irish man. Stream sepsis. We're gonna need to cut it off. All right, just make sure you cut it off below the testicles. You know, we still need those. We could still have a family later. I can be in Huntsville in 3 hours. How fast? Like, how fast will you drive to get there in 3 hours? Are we talking like 100 miles an hour? Just like constantly, nonstop? You gotta play some Initial D music if you're gonna drive that fast. Alright. We probably won't do a whole lot of blending today, but I'm gonna take a look at the lesson at least. Dom says, Death Angels, 3, 2, 1, go! Death Angel says, nope, speed limit, and I gain an hour when I cross into Central Time. My God, man! You're a time traveler! Great Scott! That reminds me of the epic rap battle of history where Doc Brown was in a rap battle against the 10th Doctor from Doctor Who, and then he regenerated into the 4th Doctor. Have any of you guys seen that? Like me and my TARDIS, exactly. It's bigger on the outside. I mean, bigger on the inside. All right, what do we got here in Udemy? I don't believe I have seen that one. You know what? Screw it. I don't care. We're gonna get a copyright claim for it. Let's watch this. This one is great. I don't even think there's any like swearing in it either. Epic rap battles of history. Doc Brown versus Doctor Who. Yep, there that is. Let me click on this. If the stream cuts off on YouTube, just let me know. Because we are probably going to get a big old copyright notice. Bigger on the outside unless it's very cold. Nice. All right, let me take this off of screen capture. I'll remove... No, I'll leave my stuff up. All right. Here we go.
Don't mind, it's just the doctor. Doesn't even really matter who am I even talking to? Oh yes, you, the wannabe Einstein, mad as the star. Travels through time, but with no clout. Saving the world while you dilly-dally. You can't even invent your way out of Hill Valley. Calm down, will you? Everything is going to be fine. You're not gonna tear any wonky holes.
Oh, thanks, Death Angels. Appreciate it.
Actually, it's a lot more like a rug, really. Oh, but never mind. Let's just say there's an infinite number of me simultaneously kicking your ass with rhyme. Great Scott, you're great! Not. I spit it hot and generate way more power than 1.21 gigawatts. I'm not sure what sort of scientific authority you purport to be, but I'm a real doctor. Where'd you get your degree? Despite all your companions, you couldn't be having less sex. What's lame, are your fans or your special effects? You don't get another turn to debate. Time to face your permanent fate. Now, don't lick my balls! I'm going to die. At least this version of me. Perhaps you'd like another. Prepare to meet your density. Mystical medical talk at the pinnacle shifting my physical form. You're a possibly pedophilic individual who should have never been born. You got your knickers in a twist while you're sucking on my Piccadilly. But I'm a lot different, cause you're a pitiful hillbilly hanging with an edible kid who's a buck chicken. Nobody calls me chicken. This is between us, Scarfy. Don't try to outrhyme me. You'll find I'm as grimy as any slimy time limey. I'll use your porta-potty time machine as my latrine. You're not a cat with 9 lives. You're a pussy with 13.
Yeah, this is obviously before Matt Smith.
don't mind, it's just the doctor.
Yeah. Made you think it was gonna reset there, but yeah, that's one of my... So is this one right here. Rick Grimes versus Walter White. Yeah, those were great. Yeah, I like those epic rap battles back in the day. Yeah, I stopped watching them after a while. I just lost interest. That's all. But yeah, that one, Rick Grimes versus Walter White, is a great one. Steve Jobs versus Bill Gates, that's another great one. That's probably my favorite out of all of them. And Muhammad Ali versus Michael Jordan. That was great. Uh-oh. Hold on, we're connecting to your... did the stream stop? Oh, no. Hold on, let me check my stream. I've seen a good few, but not that one. That was fun. It was, yeah. Okay, good. The stream is still going. I don't know. Something happened with my restream chat where it disconnected for a second, but it's back. We're still good. All right, I'm going to go ahead and shut that off. I know I'm going to get a copyright strike when this is over. You're like, how dare you? How dare you play something from like 10 years ago? Hold on a second. You can fight it. It was transformative. Yeah, I laughed a few times during during the rap battle. That was transformative, all right. God. Just a sec. Okay, I just saw your message, Death Angels. I will try to stop by tomorrow. Just checking out some notifications. All right, yep, that's Irish telling people that he's streaming. And I joined this really cool Godzilla Discord server where all they talk about is like just the movies. And it was a really chill place. It's called 4K Toku Box. You can share if you like. Okay, since you asked so nicely, I will share it. Because you're a cool dude. You've been very awesome to me, so I don't mind sharing. Sharon! The link. And I will even give it a like. So, this is a link to Sci-Fi Snob's YouTube channel. And the next Babylon 5 episode is... Yep. Season 2, Episode 2. So here's the link. Go check that out and subscribe. And, yeah, if you guys have time, drop by and watch their retrospective. I'll hang out. I'll be like, hi. I haven't seen the show, but I'm here to support. Hello. I think it's on Tubi right now. And let me go over there while we're talking about this. Tamora Morrison's comments on Boba Fett's future. I'll have to check that out. That's Star Wars Theories channel. Tubi! Watch free movies and shows online. Alright, let's take a quick look. Baby Lian. Oh yeah, there it is. Baby Lian 5. Alright, I'm gonna bookmark this. And I'll watch this this Babylon show later. Dom says, by the way, Trapp, you need to check out my new short where you get literally 1 minute. It's from Mario Kart World, from the Mario Kart World stream, and hopefully will make you chuckle, unless you saw that part of the stream, but it still might make you chuckle. Cool. Is it okay if we watch it on stream, Dom? You're not gonna give me a copyright notice, are you? Come off a full screen here. There he is. Okay. Is it this one? Yellow Toad is starstruck? Dom says, I guess I'd wave it for you. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, let's hold on a second. I'm gonna mute this tab for just a second because shorts tend to play and it's a little hard to pause and rewind and all that stuff. So I'm gonna make this full screen. We'll rewind. Oh, actually, first I need to unmute tab. Okay, full screen. Make sure the sound is up. Come on. Okay, the sound is up. All right, we'll go back over here. Hey, there's that beautiful blue-haired man with a heart of gold and that fashionable stiff upper lip. I was going to keep that going, but then I ran out of words. Hold on, let me get rid of this music by Chill Hop. And I'll get rid of the donation link for just a moment. Okay, now nothing is in the way. All right, let's go.
He's like, wait, is that? That can't be. Why would she be all the way out here? Is it? It really looks like. You imagine getting that. Excuse me, are you? You probably get this all the time. Probably get this a lot, but like, are you?
Yeah.
Are you Princess Daisy? Are you actual Princess Daisy? What are you doing all the way out here?
Yep.
Can I? Look, I'm sorry. You probably get this all the time. I'm really sorry. Can I get your autograph? Just a little, please. Just, and then I'll leave you alone. But oh my God!
I did not see
you're
this.
Actual Princess Daisy. No, he's gone now.
Oh. He got nervous. It's like, oh my God, is it you? Are you Princess Daisy? Oh my God, I need your autograph. I'm so sorry, but I need it. I gotta tell all my Toad friends back home. Oh, that's a good one, Dom. I shall give it the thumbs up. That was that's not how you spell hilarious. Hilarious. I still didn't spell hilarious correctly. Can I get an autograph? And there's my comment. Dom says, it was just so funny due to how he kept looking over at her. I was inspired. Yeah, you you just kept up with the ad-libbing and all of that. It was great. You really captured that whole like person who's starstruck and nervous to talk to the celebrity they admire. Like if I saw George Lucas, that is exactly how I would act. I'd be like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. You're George Lucas. You made Star Wars. You've inspired me to be a filmmaker, an animator. I just could. I don't even want to picture. Could I just please shake your hand, sir? That's what I would do. I'd be like, I met George Lucas. Oh what? Because that's the only person I can say that I would honestly be like starstruck to actually meet. Yeah, I wouldn't mind meeting like other celebrities, other people who have been in movies that I've enjoyed. But, you know, George Lucas is the only filmmaker and story. Okay, that's not true. Him, Peter Jackson, and Guillermo del Toro, those three guys. If I met them, I would want to meet them. I would want to shake their hand. I would want a picture, but I wouldn't be demanding. Riot, hey, what are you doing up so late? I thought you'd be in bed by now. I appreciate that you're here. But yeah. How you doing? Ooh, another $2 super chat. Thanks for the boost. I'll reciprocate tomorrow. Oh, thank you so much, Death Angels. Thank you. You know, you don't have to. You can do whatever you want. Of course, it's your choice. But yeah, thank you so much. And hey, you know, all of this goes to my eventual YouTube payout. So, Dom says, thank you for checking it out, though, man. And on stream, too. You know, we're here. I'm not really doing what I said I was going to do. So I'm probably going to change the title of this stream later to Just Chatting. Yeah, Just Chatting, if I could speak. And yeah, you know, it's like, why not? We're right here. So let's do it. Riot says, I was asleep and I had a weird dream, so I woke up. Were there cows in the dream? No, but I'm sorry your sleep was disturbed, and I appreciate you coming by. I hope you can get back to sleep. Do you have to work tomorrow? Tomorrow's what? Wednesday? Well, it's Wednesday already for some people here. Mm-hmm. But I mean, you know. Oh yeah, it's already Wednesday for you too, actually. So, yeah. There you go. Just a sec, folks. Okay. Dom says, yep, checking in from the future. Welcome to the world of tomorrow. Riot says, nope, day off for me, so I'm okay. Well, all right. Well, enjoy your stay, grab a snack, and I guess we're not really working on anything. We're just talking about whatever. 2 minutes from Wednesday for me, so I'm 2 minutes in the past. Well, you're still ahead of me. I'm behind in the past. I still have 2 hours to go. Yeah, until it's Wednesday. I mean, nothing is really going to happen tomorrow, but I feel left out. Oh my God. One of my friends just finished watching Pan's Labyrinth, and oh. Okay, yeah, I could only watch Pan's Labyrinth once because that movie was so sad. Yeah. Riot says, no, Trapp is stuck in the past. I'll catch up eventually. I just gotta wait for the planet to rotate a bit. Happy hump day. I should put my my twerking emote in chat. Riot, head over to the Twitch side of the stream. If you can. If you can't, that's fine. But you can check out my twerks. Courtesy of The Tricky Man. Ancient One says, Riot Kitty, if you're reading this, the gift that I bought for you back on Steam, I ended up getting refunded. Ah. Why can I not spell right now? There you go, Riot. Bubble butts. Yep. And let me do this for you. No, that's not it. That's it. There you go, Riot. A gift sub from me. Now you don't have to watch ads for the next month. All right, we're going to say, oh my God, Riot Kitty subscribed. Woo! That's such a surprise. And now we must say goodbye to this handsome man, this beautiful British, blossoming, bountiful, bountiful beauty, and we'll see him. We'll see him soon. Well, I'll see him soon. You guys can see him soon too, I hope. Oh, blushes. That's another word that starts with B. And he says, "Oh, you. Oh, stop." But keep going. But stop. Oh, it's some twerking. I see some twerking. Riot says, oh, hi, Ancient One. That's okay. The game will wait for another time. Understood, Riot. Figured I'd bring this up. I mean, yeah, we're all here and hanging out and not listening to any music. Maybe I should play some. Oh, let me... There we go. Okay. Oh, sorry, I missed something in chat here. Let me turn down the music slightly. Okay. Now I can actually read and understand. Okay, so Death Angel says, when we opened Potter at Universal, I met Warwick Davis and his family, the Weasley twins, and others in the movies. But Warwick Davis, come on, Wicket, Willow, oh yeah, at Universal Orlando, yeah. Let's see. Dom says, I've met Warwick before, Death Angels, really lovely fella. Death Angel says, didn't know his wife had passed. Yeah, that was sad. Oh, I had no idea either. Yeah, that's sad. I'm sorry to hear that. Death Angel says, the Weasley brothers got into trouble at City Walk. Apparently, they were 21 and ready to party. Oh, dear. I wonder what kind of trouble they got into. Riot says, an Ancient One. Thanks for telling me. I won't be confused then. So, Riot, are you gonna be doing the Riot Kitty Cafe again anytime soon? Dom says, I feel as the foreigner here that a cultural exchange is in order. You pronounce his name Warwick. Warwick, not Warwick. The second W is silent. Warwick. War. He is War, and also Rick. War Rick. I'm sorry. My American tongue. It must be cut out. And then reforged in steel. There you go. With a winky face. Don't tell Dom, but when he leaves, I'm gonna say Warwick again. Death Angel says she died March 24th last year. Oh my goodness. Time just flies. Was that reported on in the news? Dom knows he will. He's such a scamp, that Trapp. Yeah, I know. I'm so bashful. I do things and people are like, who else but Trapp? I missed it somehow, DM'd it to you. Okay, let me check. Ah, yes. My goodness. Yeah, you just never know. You just never know when these kinds of things. Yeah. Well, he seems to be doing okay, you know. From everything that I've heard about him so far ever since then, because I didn't even know that this had happened. So that's so sad. She was there with their kids. Not all of them inherited dwarfism. Yeah, I guess with something like that, it's all about the genetics. Sometimes it's like a 50-50 kind of thing, I suppose. Yeah, me neither. She was only a year older than I am now. Yeah, when that kind of thing happens and someone is so closely related to you in age, it always... That's like anytime, as I was growing up, and I would hear someone who died either in, like, gang violence or maybe it was an accident, or maybe someone went, like, parachuting or something, and they were like in their teens, they're in their early 20s or their 30s, and I look at that, I'm like, oh my god, I'm the same age that they were, and I'm still here. So that's why I always try to count my blessings, even during times like this. You know, I'll bring it up again, you know. When my mom got her diagnosis for breast cancer the other day, you know, it hit us both like a ton of bricks. But, you know, afterwards, later, you know, after I had told my family, and then I told people online, you know, I appreciated everyone saying, like, you know, it's not too late while you're still here. Yeah. And that's ultimately the point that I guess I was trying to get around to in my roundabout way of making it. Is, you know, just do what you can while you're still here. You can take risks. Just be careful it's not a risk with your own life. And, cherish the people around you. Because you just never know what'll happen. Oh yeah, I'm sorry, right? Yeah, you didn't know. You didn't hear until just now. Yeah, I guess I really should have posted this on YouTube then, because you're not on X. Yes. My mom was diagnosed with breast cancer yesterday. And now we're waiting on a referral from our insurance to see an oncologist. We don't know where it's going to be. I'm hoping and praying that it's in town. So it won't be difficult for her to get to and difficult for me to try and get her to. But, you know, we'll see what happens. No matter what, you know, we'll do the best that we can, no matter what sacrifices we have to make. It does, right? Yes, it does. It sucks so very much. And I've appreciated everyone who's reached out to me to say, hey, I'm praying for you guys. You guys are in my thoughts. You know, I'm so sorry. I know that doesn't seem like a lot, you know, just kind of saying that or just kind of typing it. But it does. It matters a lot to me because it helps me to feel, it helps us both to feel like we're not alone. Like I told my mom, some of what you guys said, mainly the gist that you guys are, you guys are either, keeping us in your thoughts or you're praying for us. And that meant a lot to her too. So she's very grateful that so many of you all care. And I appreciate it because, like I said, it helps me not to feel so alone and just like I'm just carrying this huge weight inside my mind. Dom says, amen, brother. Yeah. I know you said as much during one of your streams, Dom. So, yeah, I can relate. Death Angel says, yeah, my mother went through that a few times. She made it through fine the first time and was good for a few years. So you should get many more years. I hope and pray so. You know, I'm the one who was there with my mother through all of this as her caregiver, as the one who takes care of her every single day, sees to it that she gets what she needs to eat, helps her back and forth from the bathroom because she has bone spurs in her knees, so walking is painful. So, I'm not the one with the diagnosis, but, we're most definitely going through this together. And I appreciate all of you guys being here and saying that, if you need anything, that you're there. Even just saying that means a great deal to me. So thank you. Tate says, before you even told me yesterday, I just had the feeling I should say something nice to Trapp. Well, your spider sense was correct, Tate. Riot says, I will pray for your mom, Trapp. Thank you, Riot. Dom says, yep, there's so much love for you and your mom from all of us who know you and call you friend. We'll be there in whatever way we can be. And this right now, it matters a lot. I think that's gonna do it. So I'll retitle this stream Not Blending, just hanging in there. But yeah, I guess that's all that there really is to say. I'll be back tomorrow night to play Stellar Blade. I'm really looking forward to that. I'm enjoying that. For lots of reasons. 2 especially. No, you guys didn't bring things down. I just realized that I wasn't going to do any blending and I wasn't going to play any games tonight. I just didn't feel up to it. And my throat's getting a bit dry too. So, but yeah, I just, I feel like that's pretty much all that needs to be said for now. I really appreciate you guys aren't chasing me away. It's just my brain is getting tired. And I guess I just need to kind of just wind down for the night, too. Lubricate the throat. Wait, not like that. Dogma! How dare you? Well, come by and see us, and I'll pluck. What? Sir, could you rephrase that? In the form of question? Your small brain needs a rest. Yeah, it does. All right, let's see. I did say I was going to raid Irish. Plug or peg? Oh my god. That's it. I'm leaving. Let's get this raid going. I know a lot of you guys are already at Irish's stream. So let's raid that beautiful Irishman. That Irishman. I'll see you guys tomorrow night. I'll definitely stop by your stream, Death Angels, and peg leg yar. I be a pirate and I like to peg my foes. Riot says my brain is sleepy too. I am sleepy, Riot. Yes. Smash that like if you're watching on YouTube, if you're watching on Twitch. I don't know, hit something, but just don't break it, all right? I will see you guys later. Thick blessings be upon you all. You have one awesome night, Trap. Thank you, Ancient One. Death Angel says, now I need brain bleach. Nope, it's too late. It's in your mind. And may the thick be with you all. Good night, and everyone, truly, from the bottom of my thick-loving, big booty, Latina-loving, big, bouncy, Asian titty-loving brain. You guys are amazing, and I love you all. Bye-bye. Trap, you're a gem of a human. No, you're a gem. Riot, I said what I said. You know what I'm about. Thank you, Dom. Thanks for the hangout and chat. Thank you. Good night, everybody.